Well, good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather, just bringing you a very quick update on our severe weather threat later tonight. First off, radar in motion here. We got some thunderstorms around the area early this morning. It's 6 a.m. as I'm recording this video Eastern time here on Tuesday morning, the very last day of February here in 2017. Hard to believe, again, another severe risk in February. That's twice that we have had this. Of course, last Friday was mostly a bust, except for you over here in far eastern Indiana. You did get a few warnings out of this. The rest of us, it was just a big old bust for us. And I warned you in my videos last week, those kind of setups that we had, I'd seen led to bust. I'd seen led to stronger kind of situations. It ended up being on the bust side. Dynamics of this one, if you watched my video last night, you'll understand a little bit more, but the dynamics of this one much better. The winds even much stronger than they were last on Friday, and the instability looks like it's going to be much here. The dew points soar into the 60s tonight versus struggling to get into the low 50s like we saw on Friday. Anyway, better parameters here, especially as far as February standards for severe weather. Got some showers moving around here this morning, and there's some pretty good amount of lightning with some of these here. But overall, there's nothing that we're really going to have to worry about here this morning. You'll have a few more that are start to roll in here around this way, and temperatures are already still pretty mild here around the area. This will just be one of a handful of rounds that we'll go through over the next 36 hours or so. As expected, if you watched my video last night, I told you I thought the enhanced risk needed to be extended eastward and northward especially. Storm Prediction Center did that in their update overnight, and here's the overall view. It's a pretty broad enhanced area. If I just zoom it into a little bit stronger view here, there you can see almost all of Indiana now included in that enhanced risk area. They did not issue a moderate, and I said maybe not there. I could still see them issuing a moderate later today. They'll update this about 4 or 5 times throughout the day. A moderate could still be issued. Those are kind of rare, though. I think a moderate could be deserved, not for us, but out here towards our west in Illinois. We'll see whether they do that as we just take a look at the individual probabilities breaking things down. Here's your tornado risk, and first of all, what strikes at you is way active, more than normal. You notice now sneaking into Indiana here is that 10% and that hatched tornado risk, 5% over the rest of the state. And here you say, well, Michael, a 5% risk, 10% risk, that's not very big. And to the average person, I understand your confusion. Yeah, it doesn't look big, but for SPC, this is a very big tornado risk. There's the probabilities that they have down here at the bottom. You're into the third category already here. I've seen some tornado outbreaks only be a 10% risk, and whenever you get into this hatched area, that's where they're expecting that there could be some very significant EF2 to EF5 long-lived tornadoes out of this. So this is a serious situation as far as tornadoes are concerned with this, and it's something that we're just going to have to watch. This is not the only risk. Damaging winds, of course, are a strong risk as well. And then your hail outlook here, your hail risk, not quite as much, but it is nonetheless there. Your stronger hail, where you got the 2-inch or greater hail in the hatched area here, more down towards Arkansas, Missouri, away from us, thankfully. So regardless, though, the severe risks are there. Now let's time this out here on future radar. Let's use the 3-kilometer NAM here. I'll just say right now, I don't think any of the future radars have got a complete handle on the situation, so we're going to use this as a general guide. As you go through this morning, here are those showers and thunderstorms rolling through this morning. That'll be gone pretty early on, and by you get to about noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you should start to see a little bit of sunshine here, and those are pretty much gone out of the area. We stay dry most of the day here, and then later tonight as we get into the overnight hours, notice this squall line forming out to our west, and then maybe some some prefrontal. This is with the front, and then maybe some prefrontal convection here as well rolling through the area. But that squall line then during the late overnight into early Wednesday morning hours then races through Indiana. This actually would put it to, if you put it right here, this is actually 7 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Central. So, is that exactly right? Some of the other models have sped that up a little bit more than this. That timing's just going to have to be adjusted as we start to see the line form, see how it's going to go through. I would say in general anywhere between about 4 and 10 a.m. is tomorrow morning here or late Thursday, late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, whatever you want to call that. That's going to be our biggest time for severe weather. Now, prior to that, again, we may have some of these cells this afternoon that could develop, could go severe, but overall, I think that our biggest threat is going to be this. So, the bottom line, just have your weather plan ready. You'll want to, plug your NOAA weather radio in. You'll want to make sure it's programmed, and you'll want to make sure, that you are set to be able to get an alert overnight. You get a tornado warning overnight, you want to be alerted to that so that you can get to your safe spot. So whether you get a NOAA weather radio or whether you buy the weather radio app from your smartphone from WDT or some of the other producers out there, you want to have some way to be able to get notified of a tornado warning overnight. Tornadoes are a threat with this. Damaging winds are a threat with this. Hail to a lesser extent, and some flooding rains here, and of course a lot of lightning as well coming in with this. Well, folks, you'll want to keep it tuned here to Southern Indiana Weather through the day. I'll have radar updates. I'll have more updates from the SPC and some updated thinking on the timing, so just keep it tuned right here as we go throughout the day for more. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite for SouthernIndianaWeather.com. Have a great day, folks. Stay safe, and we'll see you especially later this evening as the event starts to unfold out for more details.